Gonna see what time it is. Say morning. I'm probably gonna be on tonight because I said I'd leave it till about, the end of the week. Nearly at the end of the week. Feels like the end of the week, but enjoying the sun and things. So yeah, I'm just gonna come in tonight to check on people's energies. A few little things I've heard on mainly spiritual channels that, obviously come into 3D, which is great. Still sinking. So there's loads of stuff going on, obviously, on the outside of our inner selves. um, but yeah, so I think I'll come on tonight for a chat, see how everyone's feeling now compared to hi Zal, compared to the beginning of the week when people were getting a bit fiery. I'm hoping people have calmed down a bit and realised what's going on that side of things. I will talk a little bit about that tonight, but like I said, I'm not going to be constantly in it. Hi Scott, so yeah, it might be about 8:30ish maybe tonight. Hi Mark, hi Candy Cane. So, it's another beautiful day today. Again, it's been so sunny and gorgeous. I'm just trying to, I'm gonna sit down. Weather's beautiful. So I've been enjoying that and other things, and it's been great, and I've just been relaxing, focusing on a few other things. But yeah, just sat in the sun now waiting for little legs to come back, wondering whether I should be painting. I want to try and sort this out, maybe a little bit today, because I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I've got to sort my hair out, a bit of painting in the sun. The skies are beautiful, yeah. I got the shakes last night, again, that whole energy thing that feels like shifts. And that was quite funny. But yeah, I'm loving the Great Awakening. Instagram is great to watch at the moment. The thing is, Red Eye Jedi, the awakening, we'll have to talk about that tonight. It's the whole awakening of all sides of it, which does bring you into your spiritual self, but it's so hard to explain it. And I know people who know, and people think it's cryptic, but it's not. It's just the way you talk. And it's so funny. And that's the bit that I love. There's loads of stuff going on. There's loads of crap going on. There's loads of stuff that looks dark, but it's like our shadow selves being projected in the 3D world, so it has to come out. But that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And it is, some of it's not funny, but some of it is funny. Like, you're just seeing how people are waking up, and like there's all sorts of different sides of it, and it is good to watch. The Great Awakening is absolutely beautiful to watch, and that's why I always say to people, I'm not all up in one place. I'm in both. I reside in both realms. That's the word I like to use. That's the word of choice I like to say, because I can see it on both polarities, if that's the right word. Like, I feel like I'm on a different plane of existence and I'm looking in, but I do come in this way because I am here on Earth. But I did have a dream the other night about I was stood with someone and we were watching the comet, but then it got bigger and bigger, and I realised it was like this new Earth coming in, and just a message. And we had to jump on it. And to me, that's like jumping timelines and think of quantum leap. We were jumping timelines because this new Earth was coming in. Hi, good servant. So, a lot more dreams coming in now. Yeah, but the Great Awakening. So, who doesn't want to watch it? Even if you're sitting back and thinking, I'm not part of that. Yeah, I know about that, but it is a beautiful thing. When is the comet supposed to go? I don't know. Someone was telling me, I don't know, but I just remember having that dream about a comet, but it ended up not being, because apparently they're saying it's breaking up and like bits of it are breaking up, and I was like, I also know what else they've been saying on the other side with different things being here at certain times, but yeah, the whole awakening is so multi-layered and bonkers. It is bonkers, but I guess it isn't called the Great Awakening for nothing at the end of the day on all levels of whatever. Hi, Paul from Newcastle. So I'm going to try and explain that tonight, just the way I explain it. Whether people get confused or don't understand, I know a lot of people understand anyway, because it's just that sort of thing that they're feeling. The most thing is what you're feeling, not what you're thinking. But yeah, it is like, when they always say it's like living in a parallel universe. Well, that's what it feels like. It's very hard to explain things. It's bonkers, but it's good. It's like the most exciting thing that's ever happened. And so a lot of it looks really dark and some of it evil and high effie and really upsetting, but still they are sides of us playing out in the physical. That's so hard to explain to people. And I guess we have to love that side. Magenta Pixie put out, I might play it tonight, I put out a video explaining that. And I thought, exactly, there's still sides of us. You've still got to say you love them, but you're saying no. And that's what I said the other day with not consenting. We say no, there's a barrier, you know, but if they are a part of us, then we still love them because there's a story behind why these people turned out the way they did. Because, like I said before, a basic example is if you were in a family that did certain things and you thought that was normal, you would think it was normal till someone turned around and said that's not normal, of what we class isn't normal. So it's only really looking at the opposite of what we are. If we come from what we would call love or a positive side of energy, we're only looking at the negative of what we believe negative is, but you have to see it to not want to be it and to bring it into hi Joe, to bring it into sort of like balance, to say yes, you are a part of us, but no, because they've, you know, took gone overboard with it, crossed the line basically, literally. So yeah, there's lots of stuff going on Twitter. I know there's new Q drops. I've had a scan. I've not looked at them properly because, like I said, I'm just waiting patiently. It says something like, "Are you ready? We're ready." Some boxers, no, some Disney actors just been calling Will Smith out. Well, a lot of us knew about Will Smith ages ago. I've been waiting for his name to pop up, but still, it's still the shadow self. So it's all starting to crumble. The Who's been shouted out, and I don't mean the band, I mean the World Health Organization. We know about that. There's lots of things going on where people say they can't see certain stuff when there's a lot of stuff going. But like I said, I'm just waiting. Waiting. So I'm going to go in a minute. So how's everyone in chat? Like I said, I should be on about 8:30. I need to come for a little chitty chat. I go to bed earlier tonight. But how are you all in yourselves right now at this moment? Because there was a lot of freaking out at the beginning of the week. Even when hit pieces come out on TV, many aren't buying it. Exactly. People, this is the whole thing of people are learning to discern the self, and that's all Q was about anyway, to discern for yourself. Oh, Candy Cane. Maybe you'll feel better after when we have a chat tonight if you come over. You know, like I say, if you're looking at too much, if that's what you've been doing, just take a step back, maybe get out in the sun in your garden, or if you haven't, in the sun in your house, like sit in a room where the sun's hitting and just sit in it, you know. Remember, it's all a state of mind. And I've wrote down something to read out after that was just coming to me about states of mind. It's all a state of mind. Oh, thank you, Effie. I feel like I haven't seen everyone for like a month. Feels that long. But remember, if you're feeling like that today, my advice is get out in the sun if you can. Go for a walk. You're allowed to go for a walk, exercise. If not in the house, if you're in a flat, sit somewhere where it's sunny, read. We are all with you. Oh, thank you, Jerome. Read, maybe watch a comedy, something that makes you laugh, something that makes you smile, something that brings up good memories, obviously not crappy ones. Draw, paint, dance, sing, anything that makes you happy, do more of that. You know, even if you can't draw, just do something. Got to go to Asda. Well, yeah, that's a bit. See, even when I go shopping, I think, yeah, I've got to stand in a queue and we've got to do all that stuff. But when I'm actually in the supermarket, it's quite calming because there's not a lot of people in the supermarket, so it's quite calming. And at least the weather's been nice to queue up because if it was raining, we'd all be moaning. But I just think when you're outside in the car park, it's sunny, so we're just queuing, but you can just take in the sun. But just try to look on the bright side of things, you know. There's always a silver lining. Hi, Ricardo. And I don't want things to go back to normal. I want the new horizon. Exactly. And I think it's coming in and it is a mindset as well. But I personally believe I can see the change. Some people can't see it. They think that, you know, the bad's just bad and it's always going to be there because it always has been. Well, that's a cycle. We go up, we might have it for so many, you know, cycles, and then it goes down again, and then we have to rise again. But like I said, I will be talking about that tonight. Got to go. Bye, Scott. Yeah, I'll be on to, yeah, hopefully, Candy. But there definitely is, because you can see people waking up more and more every day. People are getting angry more and more. That says something's going on. And never has this happened before. So when the people think that, oh, it's the same thing and it's always going to be that way, I don't believe that this time. This has never happened. Never happened, not worldwide. But like I said, I'm just sitting watching. If you walk alone on social distance, you can go out as you like. Yeah, the rubbish they are. Well, the thing is, I went out the other day and there was people walking about. Not just one person. Hi, Dave. Like, people were walking about and they were even sat about in the parks, but they just weren't, obviously, if there was a couple or a family, they just weren't sat right next to other couples or families, but they were, hiya Martin, hey up. They were still out, and obviously when you were walking past each other, everyone was still sort of being, walking around each other sort of thing. But it was still nice. People are still out and they're making sure they're getting their exercise, and so that's good. Enjoying the sunshine. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try and explain my thoughts and stuff on that side of things with the Great Awakening and what's happening, because some of it's absolutely bonkers, but it's bonkers in a good way. Like I keep saying, you have to see the dark to see the light. If you can't see it, how do we change things? How do we move? How do we bring things into balance? How do we purge? Which is what's happening, purge. And that's why I've seen a lot of things in the 3D, because that's us purging stuff. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on and say, I'll see you tonight at some point, about 8:30. I'll probably come on before, for a little chat. I'm going to try and do not a dead long one. So, 33 in chat, so I can get to bed a bit earlier. What it's done is made people more conscious, not a bad thing. Exactly, Red Eye Jedi, and that's what some people don't realise. It's all awareness. And even, like, people go on about Q and all that, but it's like, even that's just, it's an awareness. And like I said, I'll be sharing someone's video tonight that was talking about that. It's just an awareness. You have to know. Some people really don't want to look at the dark. They don't want to look at the dark, but you have to be aware, because then you don't know what you can. How do you know if you're not aware? How do you know what you're consenting to or not consenting to? And you say you don't want to consent, like Laura Eisenhower's done a video. You have to know what you're not consenting to. You can forgive and you can love and you forgive, but how can you know what you're consenting to if you're not looking at it, because because it's not nice and it isn't nice? But you have to be aware. You don't have to be in it all the time, but you do have to be aware. While in public, lots of smiles and well wishes brings out hope. And yes, it does. And every that the vibe that I've been personally seeing has been chilled. No one's running around like a headless chicken. Catch you the night, Dolly. What time you on? I think I'm on about 8:30. 8:30. Be on about 8:30. Give me a bit more time to sort little legs out. But yeah. How are you, Av? Oh, thanks, Effie. I will. I'll check it. I've just not been looking at anything. I've just gone over to Q now just to have a look. Bits and bobs over there. But like I said, that's up to people to do that themselves. And good. So yeah. So I better go and get going. Finish my brew off, and then I'm going to try and do a bit on this. Gonna get a bit creative, try and layer that up. Don't know what's going on with it. I've got to do some more of these. I'm still doing one for Maria. I don't know if the person wanted this who wanted it before, so I might put it up for sale. I'm just going to try and be creative all day while things are going on. And just stay in the garden, and I will catch you later. So yeah. So hopefully about 8:30. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye.